Welcome to the Rodeo Show with Jordan and Barrett. This is our new podcast, episode 1, and we're going to try to do these weekly. It gets hard sometimes to keep it up, but we're going to give it our best shot. But we're going to talk about all things rodeo, rodeo culture, rodeo sports, rodeo games. We're going to cover it all in there, right, Barrett?
Oh, man, I'm excited about it. Yeah, we're going to get into a lot of stuff, including what's going on in the world of rodeo right now and everything that kind of pertains to it. So, yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, we got a few segments we're going to go through, and we're going to start off with one we're going to call the Hot Five. And this is going to be basically the 5 things we're talking about, the 5 things going on in our world with rodeo, and we think that everybody should know about. And we're going to start off with number 1, and that'd be that bull rider Hayden Welsh wins the College National Finals bull riding title, while he's also ranked number 4 in the PRCA world standings.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that you could win a college national finals rodeo title and be number 4 in the world. I mean, coming from a guy that played college sports, to think about me playing college baseball and then at the same time be one of the top 5 in the MLB at the same time is ridiculous. Pretty impressive, and he's already racked up, over $111,000 this year alone.
Yeah, and I can relate to you on that too, because that was my first thought is when I ran track in college. You can't accept things. You can't make money related to your sport at all because we're amateurs technically. But then that's totally different when it comes to the college rodeo world. A lot of these guys are competing in the PRCA and as their open, associations, and also going to school and competing in college rodeo. It's pretty impressive to me that they can even maintain grades and do that,
It's like sitting in chemistry and being like, oh yeah, I got to go to Reno and get on a bull this weekend. You know what I mean? That's nuts. I can't fathom it, honestly.
There's a college rodeo song from, I think it's Austin Waller. That's a fun one. And he's like, forget it. I'm not going to class today anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, all these kids are like, oh, I'm just trying to get by and make grades and whatever. And well, I've already earned $111,000 on the road. I'm going to go to Salinas in a few weeks, and no big deal.
Yeah, can you
That's
imagine
awesome.
your teacher being like, man, listen, you've really got to get serious about your grades or you're not going to have a future. And he's like, well, I'm up to 111 already this year, so I think I got a little bit of one.
He's like, man, not calculus is fun, but fourth at the Greeley Stampede Extreme Bulls is way better.
A lot funner.
A lot more funner. Yeah, exactly. No, that's awesome. Yeah, he's killing it. Obviously, sitting 4th in the world right now is a feat in and of itself. So it's been pretty awesome to watch him.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna rearrange this just a little bit. So that was number
Sure.
1. I actually had this as number 5, but it really ties in, and we'll call it number 2 now. But number 2, the Rookie of the Year race in bull riding. That's going to be our number 2 because the top 3 rookies are also number 3, number 4, and number 7 in the world. I'm sure there's been other times where there's been, rookies this high in the standings, but I don't remember the last time.
No, it is a pretty tight race at the top. And we're getting to halfway. We're getting to Christmas in July, some really crunch time, rodeos coming up and stuff along that line. So yeah, it's going to be tight for the rookies for sure.
Yeah, we've got Noah Lee sitting at number 3, Hayden Welsh, that we just talked about, sitting at number 4, and then number 7, John Crimber. Holy crap, that kid is good. And they're all battling it out. And I think Noah is 28,000 behind first place Tristan Hutchings, which Tristan's also having a killer year. But
Yeah.
think about that. There's only a 30,000 spread between the top 3 spots. You got Superman Stetson Wright, Tristan Hutchings, and then number 3 rookie Noah Lee.
Yeah, to have a guy like Noah Lee sitting $5,000, maybe less than $5,000 behind Superman. It's impressive. And then you got Hayden Welsh right there. And then, of course, you got John Crimber, who needs no introduction. They're all battling it out. And like I said, we're only halfway through the season, really. We're getting to crunch time, but, it's impressive to watch these guys.
Yeah, Cowboy Christmas is going to really kind of show some things. John Crimber's he's a rookie, but he's been riding a long time. And
Sure.
I think this hot July run and all these rodeos packed in it's tough to get through for rough stock guys. So, we're looking at this right now, leading into the last couple of weeks or the last week of June, going into the start of this Cowboy Christmas run. it could get rough. Hopefully these guys don't get injured and we get to see a really hot rookie race run clear through the end of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting thinking about like the rough stock guys compared to like the timed event guys. The timed event guys, they've got to go through a lot of hurdles just to get through Cowboy Christmas and Christmas in July and all of the things that kind of have to go into place, right? The logistics, horses, traveling, miles, all that sort of stuff. Then you got the rough stock guys who really just have to take care of their bodies and make sure that they're, not getting injured, especially, in the first couple rodeos of this big, long stretch. Yeah, they've got a tough battle ahead of them, and they always do. But you know what? The good ones and the ones that are going to rise to the top, they always figure it out somehow.
Yeah, there's so many things that can go wrong. We're talking about the injuries and all that, but like I literally before we started recording this podcast was watching Lefty Holman's TikTok, and he is trying to get his saddle that didn't arrive on time at the airport in the truck so they can haul butt to Reno to try to qualify him for the final round. So like it's planes, trains, and automobiles for these guys, and like losing your saddle to the airlines or facing injury or Sissy wins looking at her truck right now, seeing if she's going to make it through. Like it's about to get real, and we're going to find out who really wants it going through July.
No doubt, no doubt. And then you got a guy like Jade Corkill who just wrecked his truck and trailer the other day. I mean, literally totaled it, had to pull his horse out with the jaws of life. Horse was fine, but he and Clint, they're probably running in the same rig right now. And so, yeah it's challenging.
What a miracle that was. I saw that, man. That's crazy. I was so glad they're okay.
Yeah. Could have been very bad for sure. And thank goodness. I mean, I think he said that they pulled the horse out and double checked him, and he was fine. So they went on down the road. But yeah, it could have been season ending for sure if you really think about it. But
that's rodeo.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm excited for especially these bull riders and the rookies and all of the rookies throughout the events. Just seeing how they're going to take, Christmas in July, Cowboy Christmas, all of these rodeos coming up here, kind of in the meat of the season. Seeing how they're going to really, make it pan out for them.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to follow, and we're going to talk about it a lot on here too, I'm sure. You want to take us on into number 3, Barrett?
Yeah, so number 3, you got John Crimber. He continues to dominate the field. Obviously, took the PBR world title, and then here he is sitting 7th in the world right now for the PRCA. I mean, to me, there's no limit to where this kid can go. He's 20 years old. He's already close to $100,000 in season earnings. The sky is the limit for this kid. And he, honestly, in my opinion, he is one of those guys that could really just take it from here. I mean, you could see the next 10 years of John Crimber winning world titles, and it could all start this year.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. He's killed it in PBR. He barely missed a world title, I think, 2 years ago, and then this year was able to finally get it done. And I was glad to watch that and see that happen, because I think he's as good a talent as there has ever been on a bull. And like the thing is, I need to look into it, so I'm factual on this, but like I don't even know that he started really going after the PRCA at all in the beginning of the year. Like he wasn't in Houston or Fort Worth or any of the big ones down there, but like he kind of started late, and he's already making a run like this. If he does stick with it, and if the PBR team series doesn't interrupt any of this run, like I would be excited to see it happen and have him win both world titles in 1 year.
Yeah, no, and I pulled it up here a second ago, but like it looks like the first one that he started was Fort Myers at the end of February. So,
okay.
He's kind of been in it. And I mean, if you kind of look down the list, I mean, he's got a lot of first place checks that he's already pulled up. So I think he's been smart with it, and he's just kind of, he's keeping himself healthy. Obviously, it's a little bit easier on a 20-year-old. No, I think he's doing it the right way, and I'd be interested to see where he lands at the end of Cowboy Christmas if he's not up there in the top 5, which would surprise me if he wasn't.
Yeah, I got a feeling that the only thing that's going to keep him from at least qualifying for the NFR is the injury. He's going to ride good enough to, even if he does miss a few here and there, when he shows up, he wins, and that's what matters. I mean, if you're only going to a few, but you're catching a check at every one of them, that's going to make a huge difference in the end of the season.
100%. And we're going to talk about it a little bit later on, but we'll talk about it with Haley Williams, but like that kind of just consistently picking up checks, even if they're not like massive checks, just keep stacking those dollars up to where at the end of the year it all comes together and then you're up there with a chance to win it. I think, and that looks like, if I'm going through what he's been doing, he's kind of been doing that. He's like, $1,000 here, $3,000 there, even $280 at Snake River Stampede. Like that $280, if you talk to world champions, like they're like, hey, it might come down to a couple $100 to win the world. So for that kid, just keep picking up a little bit of money here and there, and see how it plays out in the Thomas and Mack.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that pay out at Governor's Cup too. I watched Shane Hinchy last year. $280 was a big difference. I mean, it's the difference in being in or being home.
Yep. No doubt. And I mean, there's been times where people have won the world by like $100. I mean, like it's not out of the realm of possibility for less than $500 to bring home a gold buckle. So let's see what John Crimber can do.
If I was gonna back somebody, I think it's him.
Yeah, me too. I think so too.
Awesome. Move on to number 4, and that would be arena records are falling in June. And we've seen a couple already just this week. We got Cole Reiner. He set a new record in Vernal, Utah, and he had 92 points on Out of Hand from Powder River. And then we've also got a little bit in the team roping, Barrett. That's kind of your area.
You bet. Yeah, the Graham brothers. I mean, they set an arena record in Reno at 3.7. I mean, that's awesome for sure. And we've already seen who was it? Was it Dustin Egaskiza and Levi Lord? They set a new world record. Was it at Austin?
It was. Yeah, I think it was Austin. You're right.
I think it was Austin. They said it like 3.1 maybe or something. I mean, I'd have to go back and double check that. But I mean, we've seen some records fall, some world records fall. But yeah, the Graham brothers setting a new arena record at Reno at 3.7.
Yep.
That's a fast run.
Yeah, it is. Seems like the competition this year has just stayed like that. It's like, every now and then you'll see like some loft out runs and they're just kind of like turning them and businessman stuff. But like, it seems like more this year people are really going at it.
Yeah, for sure. No, and I've seen that. I think they're going to have to, it's like, you just got to keep that mentality, because at the end of the year, you're going to have that mentality, whether you're in rough stock, whether you're in timed event, whatever, like you're going to have the mentality of going after it. So you might as well do it throughout the year, unless there's a specific reason where you're like, all right, well, let's just go make a businessman run and make sure we get a check. Other than that, it's a knife fight all the way. So I think we're going to see more arena records before the end of the year.
Yep, I think so too. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. And I always love seeing them, like on these really great Broncs or Bulls, like when the Broncs and the Bulls really show up, and then you've got the Cowboys that really show up, and it just all comes together for just a crazy night, a crazy ride. I mean, that's what we live for, isn't it?
Absolutely, man. I was there at Thomas and Mack when I think it was Riley Webb. I could be wrong on this. Riley Webb went and broke the arena record, and then the very next run, Shad did the same thing. Yep. But then his calf got up, and like I've never in my life felt that kind of energy in an arena, and to be at the NFR to boot was just like over the top experience. Yeah. Take the entire environment, put 2 back-to-back,
world record runs. I mean, or arena record runs. Man, I wish I was there for sure. I remember watching on TV, and yeah, I was pretty bummed when Shad's calf got up, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, you could feel it. Everybody in there when that happened, and like he was trying to get everybody quiet, but it didn't matter. That calf was getting up anyway.
He was getting up for sure. There was no helping that. Oh man,
sweet. So rounding out the Hot 5 at number 5, we've got a familiar last name with a new first name making his name in the PRCA world, and that's Tristan Brazil winning his first PRCA rodeo.
Mesquite, Texas. Tyler Wade, you've got a veteran, an 8-time qualifier, a 2-time world champion, $2 million in earnings, like a true veteran, being like, hey, come on, Rook, let's go to Mesquite. And, they get it done. I think it was a 4.5 was their run.
Yeah, it was. It was a 4.5. And what a cool place to do it in. I mean, Mesquite, if you know, a lot of people grow up with like rodeo memories. And for me, growing up in East Tennessee, there wasn't a lot of like big time rodeo that I could go see, but I could always watch some Mesquite Rodeo on TNN. And I never
Yep.
missed one. We recorded a lot of them on VHS. I remember Dan Miller and Don Gay. So to me, that's kind of one of those historic places where if you're going to do something cool, what more memorable place to do it than a place like Mesquite?
Yeah, and Mesquite is like a rodeo town, it seems like. Anytime you drive through it, you're like, this is a rodeo town. If there's going to be a good rodeo in Texas, it's going to be here. And look, they did it. I mean, 4.5, that's not going to set, a world record by any means, but like for your first one, getting it knocked down. And I know that he and Trevor have gone to probably a lot of amateur rodeos and they've done a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, obviously they were at the American. So this kid, as young as he is no stranger to it. I mean, I've watched him at futurities for the last 3 years. The kid can rope. I mean, he's obviously got world titles running through his veins. But yeah, he's a special kid. He's a good kid. And so yeah, I'm happy to see him knock down the first one, especially with Tyler Wade. As much as Tyler has been getting some publicity for his horsepower here lately, it's good to remind people that the guy can rope and he's a good hand. And telling Tristan to come on, get in the truck, and let's go make some money. Not a bad deal.
Yeah, and Tristan, speaking of horsepower, is probably going to stay pretty well mounted too.
Yeah, always has been, always will be, and he works hard. I've been over to their place when they're training and working, and he's all business. He's fun, but he's all business, and he loves to rope. And yeah, they got the horsepower knocked down.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, that is our hot five. We're going to try to kick that off on every podcast with that and hit you guys right away with the 5 things that we think are kind of the most fun or the biggest stories in rodeo. And then we're going to move on and go a little more in depth, a little bit of a stat thing, but we're going to do a competitor spotlight too. And we're going to start off with the rough stock. And our competitor spotlight for rough stock this week is going to be TJ Gray. Bull rider TJ, he finished second in round 1, got first in the finals to win the average and bank over $18,000 at Reno Rodeo Extreme Bulls. He also won $11,000 at the Snake River Stampede, and that really kind of launched his top 15 run. He was outside the top 15 before those, and now I believe he's sitting number 12 in the world. So TJ's making a run.
Yeah, and this is the right time to get that run started, isn't it? I mean, when you're a guy like TJ Gray who can go hit a ton of rodeos here in the next month or so, to get it started off with that, bumping you up into the top 15 and then starting to kind of go on a little bit of a streak right here, it's the perfect time to do it. So I'm happy to see him do it. Yeah, I mean, you're talking almost $30,000 in 2 rodeos. Not a bad deal.
No, I would take that pay.
I would take that pay. A lot of miles, but I would take it.
Yeah, and TJ's no stranger to winning. He's done really well. The beginning of the season wasn't so great for him, but like you said, clicking now, heading into this big run when all these big money rodeos are right around the corner, that's going to help a lot. And then we're getting into the gaming portion of this a little more later on. But if you are playing fantasy, he's not going to be in there because when that lineup was set for Christmas in July game for Pro Fantasy Rodeo, he was outside the top 15. But for those free Rodeo Picks games, TJ's absolutely somebody. If you see him on the day sheet, you're going to have to look at him more than once and make your decision.
Yeah, no, I think so, and that's kind of part of one of the gaming things, and we'll get into it. But it's like picking those people that are starting to really hit their stride and that are starting to, I mean, like we kind of talked about earlier, pick up checks along the way because that's going to help you out in those games. But we'll get to that. But yeah, I'm certainly happy to see TJ Gray go up there, and he's a guy that, I mean, by the end of this, he could be sitting in the top 10, he could be sitting in the top 8 with really a strong chance at a world title.
Yeah, I think so too. TJ's a strong candidate for NFR, and he's even stronger for winning a world championship. But that's our rough stock is going to be TJ Gray, and then we're going to do the men's timed event. And Barrett, why don't you take that one?
Yeah, so we're talking about Shane Hansey. He moved from 5th to 3rd in the world over the last couple of weeks. Over $19,000 won in the month of June. Like, look, we're talking about a veteran here. Knows how to win. He's got good horsepower. He's a world champ. Am I right? I mean, there's nothing this guy can't do. So to me, $19,000 a month of June, he could have that in the month of July, no problem.
Yeah, he is. Like we said, he's moved all the way up to third place, and he's sitting on 72,001 right now. But the crazy thing about this is, and he's our competitor spotlight, so that means we think he's doing really well. The wild thing in the tie down roping is the dominance at the top of tie down right now. Riley Webb has 166,001 at this point in the season. That's insane, and that means that Shane being third is nearly 50 or 60,000 behind first place. Not to say that he can't go and make that up, because
Sure.
Shane Hanchy's very capable of doing that, especially through this July run with all these big money rodeos. But he definitely has his work cut out for him, because Riley's not going to make it easy.
No, he's not. He's not. And I feel like in the past couple of seasons, we've seen Shane in there, but not really in the mix. I'd love to see him really just kick it into a hard gear, get up there and have himself a good end of the regular season, and then into the Thomas and Mack with some real firepower behind him. So you're right. Riley Webb's not going to make it easy. None of those guys are. I mean, those guys that come up, especially not only the top 15, but also like the top 5. I mean, they're on it every year for the calf roping. Like, it's not easy at all. None of the events are, but I think especially the calf roping, when those guys, they see the yellow in that Thomas and Mack, it's a whole different ball game for them.
Yeah, it turns on that competitor mindset. I mean, all those guys have got to have the right mindset, or you're not going to be one of the top 15 in the world. But like
Yeah.
you said, the feeling you get in there and getting in those yellow bucket shoots, it's like it flips a switch for most of them. And one of those guys I want to mention, just since he's back now, is Shad. Shad's back to competing after his injury and his surgery. And he is definitely going to be one of those guys that you're going to be dealing with by the time December rolls around. And
Yeah.
also on that same note with Shane, I'm with you. I want to see Shane stay at the top and not be going into Sioux Falls at the end of September and just trying to, get that last 100 or $1,000 to try to make his way into the top 15. I'd like to see him stay up there, because a good, fast, healthy Shane is a good thing for rodeo.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, and there's got to be something to where, if you're getting to those final few rodeos and you're like, I just need to make a couple $100, that's a different mentality than those guys sitting at the house being like, I'm in, I'm just going to go here and practice and like be fresh, versus kind of coming in on your last little bit, stressing about it. So yeah, I would certainly like to see Shane up there, top 5. Don't worry about it. You're going to go to Thomas and Mack, and then let's go in there with a hard game plan and really put it to them. Yeah, it would make for a pretty amazing finals, that's for sure.
You bet. So that's going to be our men's timed event spotlight. Let's move on to the ladies timed event spotlight. Who are we going to have this week?
Yeah, we're going to stick with the ropers. We're going to stick with Haley Williams, number 1 in the world right now in the breakaway roping. $79,000 plus is what she's won already, and she's only been to 14 rodeos. Like, she's won that money on 14 rodeos. That comes out to a little bit over $5,600 per rodeo. If we're talking about somebody that you're going to be wanting to make your rodeo picks on and your Christmas and July picks on, you might want to spend that money on Haley Williams, because she's been bringing that money back to Comanche, Texas, right? I think that's where she's from. But she's been bringing that cash back, so that would be my pick if I'm betting on people.
Man, that's all but automatic right there. Like, can you imagine showing up? Like, it's kind of like ride percentage. I'd like to see what her win percentage is. It's got to be up there in the 80s, 90s. Like, that's a good payday. Like, and to call that out, like, just think about that. We were just saying Shane Hanchy's made 72,000 to this point. That's third. Haley's number 1 and made what she has 76,000 or whatever. Mm-hmm. But think about that with the more limited opportunities. That's one of those things that a lot of people. It's a hot topic in pro rodeo, is the breakaway being added or not added here and there, and the rodeos that have had it and don't have it now. But like the fact of the matter is, they don't have as many opportunities to compete as the other main events do. And so for her to win that much at this point in the season with limited opportunities is just crazy. I mean, that's amazing to me.
And limited opportunities and like a very deep competitor pool that is very competitive. Like, it's not like she's going against slouches. You're going, and I just watched it in Utah at the Old West Rope Horse Futurity. They had a breakaway futurity. It was as a knife fight as anything I've ever seen. They were on some of the best horses, the best ropers, and they were hitting it hard. So, yeah, she's really in kind of a league of her own at the moment, and she is, like we talked about, hitting her stride, going into this really busy season. I mean, shoot, I don't know, man. If she's not up there at the top by the end of it, I don't know who will be, but she's on it. She always is. She's backed by Speed, obviously, who needs no introduction. She's got great horses. She's got the right setups. Like Haley Williams, she'd be my pick. Rodeo Picks, the entire Christmas, entire summer run, it's going to be with Haley Williams on my book.
I'm with you on that one. And then a note on that, like think about what you just said, the competition being deep. If there are fewer opportunities, that means everybody's going to the same place. So it's not like some of these other events where you might show up and there's, one guy out of the top 10 there. She's going places and everybody in the top 20 are trying to get into that same rodeo. So she's going against the murderer's row every time she backs in the box.
Yeah, they could basically just all haul together because they're all going to the same stinking ones, So, yeah. So for her to be cashing, almost $6,000 a rodeo that she shows up to, she's on it. So that is our ladies timed event spotlight.
Yep, and that'll round out our competitor spotlight. We love featuring these people. I mean, it's so amazing what they're doing, and we like to try to stay focused in on these kind of details. You see people doing good, but when you get to actually talk about it and kind of break down why it is they're doing so well, kind of starts to make you understand just how competitive this sport is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And to see that they have to do this all year long. I mean, they have to be competitive all year long. You see the guys and the gals that they start off really hot and they kind of peter out through the season for whatever case may be, their horse, injury, what have you. But like they've got to stay hooked all season long to make sure that they can get in there and get it to the Thomas and Mack to get to Vegas. So yeah, pretty impressive. And we definitely want to showcase not only people that are up there in the top 5, but in the top 15 that are working their way in, rookies. Like there's so many different competitors that we can spotlight every week. But these are the first ones that we're going to do in episode number 1.
Heck yeah. Well, let's get into a little bit of just the fun stuff and the culture and things that people are talking about around rodeo right now. And I think we'll start off with something a little funny. Did you see the video of Justin Rumford and Matt Merritt handing off the Reno Rodeo to each other?
You know what? I don't know that I did. Like, talk to me a little bit about it, because it's one of the things I think I had heard about it and maybe seen some rumors, but I don't know that I've actually seen the video in its like full entirety.
So it's one of those where Reno Rodeo is long enough to where they can have multiple clowns come in. So there's a midweek handoff there, and they're both there for that one performance. So they both decided just to go ahead and suit up, throw on the makeup, and do the perf together. And they did a ceremonial, if you will, handing off of the Unity Ball. So they had gone and done a yoga class together, took their yoga ball, and did a full act, coordinated and choreographed between the two of them to hand off the Unity Ball. And they get pretty close. It was pretty impressive, to be honest with you, that they did so well with kind of the choreography of it, because they nailed it. And then the end was something to see. I'll say this: go look it up, because if you want to see Matt Merritt end up posing on top of a prone Justin Rumford, which you may not want to see it, but it was funny, and a lot of people were talking about it.
Oh man, two of the best in the business, and like two very athletic people in and of themselves. So
yeah,
that
seriously
doesn't surprise me that they could choreograph and do this whole thing with each other. Because yeah, they're two of the best in the business. Two hilarious people, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we'll share it in the story. So if you're not already, you can go to the Rodeo Show Pod on Instagram and give us a follow there, and we'll share that, repost that video so you guys can see it.
Heck yeah. No, I'm going to have to watch it, and I'll probably watch it a few times, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, you got to watch it. And there's a couple of different angles out there, too, that make it worth it. So.
Oh, jeez. Those two.
So we'll move on to something else that is kind of taking over right now, and a lot of people are talking about it. It's been around or been launched, I guess, for about a week now, and that's Rodeo Bonus.
I don't know what has been more impressive than like the launch of Rodeo Bonus in the last 10 years. I mean, it seems like you kind of heard some trickling of it. You kind of saw a few things on social media, and then it was like, it's here, and then now everybody's talking about it. So for people that don't know, like maybe give us a little bit of a rundown, like what Rodeo Bonus is and like what's it for, and then how people can get involved with Rodeo Bonus, because I think it is one of those things that truly could change the trajectory of the sport for the competitors, for the fans, and like the industry in general.
Yeah, so Rodeo Bonus, and we're both familiar with him, but Casey Jones and Gail Jones, his wife, they were the creators of Pro Fantasy Rodeo and Rodeo Vegas. He's a 9-time NFR qualifier in bulldogging. This is his brainchild. So Rodeo Bonus was something he created over the last couple months, and they launched it officially, I think, as of like a week ago. And if you've probably seen the RB logo, you've seen your favorite competitors sharing it, because it seems like every one of them are on the platform. But it's meant to be a way for rodeo fans to help rodeo contestants get up and down the road, make it through the long rodeo season. But at the same time, it's built to reward them and the competitors. So there's 3 really nice 2L Ram 3500 custom trucks that are built out. There's a red one, a white one, a blue one, and it couldn't be more perfect for America's 250, right?
Coming
But
up.
yeah, exactly. I'm excited for that. We'll talk about that in a second too. But the trucks are for the Rodeo Bonus platform to be given away at the end of the year. One will be for the competitors. They're in a points race based on the events that they boost. There's a fan truck for the ones who go on there and boost the ride for the contestants, and theirs is a drawing for that one. And then there's also one for the shop, so you can shop on their website, buy various things, and you get points for those, and those points go into a drawing. And so there's 3 sick trucks. I would love to have any one of them that he's given away, and it's all been him and Gail that have built this thing. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that when you essentially give money to your favorite contestant, right? It's going straight to them. Like 100% of the money that you give goes straight to them. Rodeo Bonus doesn't take it. There is I think a section on there where you can give money to like Rodeo Bonus as like a thank you for doing this. But like, if you want your favorite roper, if you want Tyler Wade, if he's on it, and you're like, Tyler Wade, I want you to go do well. Here's $20. You can do that. And there's never been a way, at least that I know of, for the general rodeo fan to do that with their favorite competitors. You know, I mean, a lot of these guys, they say how hard it is to make money rodeoing because of the various aspects, right? Talk about everything that has to go in order for them to get up and down the road. But for a general fan who's a fan of somebody to go, hey, look, here's some money, go do well. And then obviously you can win a truck if you do it right and you make that. But I mean, it's crazy. I think it's one of the coolest things that's ever happened. And I've signed up for it. I've sent money to my favorite competitor, and I think it's a great thing. And obviously, let's see, if you were going to pick one, would you pick the red one, the white one, or the blue one?
Man, blue's my favorite color, but the hard thing for me is that red and white truck are just so clean looking. I think I would probably go with one of those.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd be happy with any. I'll let somebody else pick. I'll take whichever one they don't want. You know.
Yeah,
But
exactly. No, I'm
But the
with
cool
you there.
thing too, I did the same thing. I boosted a couple of people on there, and one of the neat things too is like if you're a true fan of somebody and you go and boost them, there's packages from, like you said, from 20 all the way up to I think $500, and there's like perks you get through that too. So like if you boost somebody, you're going to get a virtual trading card from that person, and then there's a virtual digital autograph pad sheet that you get with their autograph on there, and then there's even ways where they do messages to you if you're on certain levels, you know, kind of like the cameo things. But like it's such a cool, innovative deal that like I just don't know if anybody but Casey Jones could have come up with this.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's also an interesting way to connect the fans and their favorite rodeo athletes, you know? Like, there's not been, in my opinion, unless you go and stand in line if they're doing an autograph signing, there's no another way for you to really connect with your favorite fan because you're not really going to probably run into them very often unless you're going to a whole bunch of rodeos like they are. But, yeah, I mean, I think I was reading on here, like, every dollar equals 100 fan points. And then that all goes to your potential winning of one of these vehicles. And so, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I think there might be some haters out there, but I don't know how you could, because it's doing nothing but helping these competitors go up and down the road, continue in the sport of rodeo, and I think it's just going to be a great thing. So I'm stoked about it. I need me a truck. I need me some merch, and that's what I'm working on right now.
Heck yeah, man. And like we were talking about earlier, Sissy Wynn's truck was breaking down earlier, and like, you know, yeah, they get paid if they win, but they don't if they don't. And some of them have sponsors and some of them don't. And the cool thing is it doesn't just have to be the big names either. Like this works for barrel futurities, it works for jackpots, it works for IPRA rodeos, it works for any of these rodeos as long as you can verify the results on there. So like, you know, if you're a 22-year-old bull rider or 20-year-old barrel racer going up and down the road and your parents want to send you entry fees, they can send it to you through Rodeo Bonus, and then both of you are getting points for the truck, one on the fan side and one on the contestant side. So it's a really cool idea, and it's super innovative. And like you said, the only people that are hating on it, I think, are the ones that maybe didn't make it when they were rodeoing, and they just want everybody to have to suffer like they did and not have any kind of help. So, you know, too bad for them that this is around now.
And you can imagine like how much better would the competition be if those guys and gals that were really good could have had an extra $1,000, you know, a month sent to them that they could have continued to go, but they didn't, and they were just like, well, I'm just going to get another normal job, right? So you're talking like, especially if you're talking about younger rookies and the like that are trying to get into the industry, that are trying to make it. Well, the extra $1,000 that they could raise because friends and family want to send them money through this deal, like, yeah, that could be everything to that kid. And you never know, like your next world champion could be started through Rodeo Bonus, who maybe would have not been able to any other way.
Yeah, hit a slump, and instead of having to drive all the way back home and go work somewhere for a week and try to get the money to go back out on the road, you know, maybe some people will hop on Rodeo Bonus and give you a little boost, and you're able to go enter and you win, and then you're off to the races at that point.
Yeah, I think I saw that Trisha Aldridge already said that she paid entry fees already. It's been 1 week. She paid some entry fees just by people boosting her.
Yeah.
Like,
speaking of
amazing.
Trisha, she turned around and did something really cool too. And all the people that are using her amino acids or whatever it is, she turned around and found them on Rodeo Bonus and was able to give them money. You know, instead of like having to do a $20,000 sponsorship for somebody, she's able to boost somebody with $100 or $200 and spread it around and help everybody a little bit. And like, it's just, I mean, it's such a cool, innovative thing that like I'm so blown away by him coming up with this.
Yeah, and I think this is only the beginning. And the fact that only in the beginning you're giving away 3 vehicles at the very beginning, kick it off in a good way. That's the only way that Casey Jones does it. So yeah, I'm excited to see how Rodeo Bonus does, and we don't have any affiliation. Like, you know, we're not getting paid to say it, but like this is just a really cool thing for the rodeo industry. So I'm glad we got to talk about it episode 1, and I'm sure we'll talk about it a whole bunch coming up.
Oh, I'm sure we will too. So that's our second topic, and I think our last one here is I saw a headline earlier that PBR entered a partnership with the South Point to make the old Silverado Lounge the new PBR Lounge. So I think that kind of that center offset bar kind of near the showroom. That everybody kind of gathers around before they go into the buckle ceremonies and all that for the NFR. But now it's branded PBR. And I mean, PBR's kind of like pioneered these cool marketing deals.
Yeah. And you know what? They have done a really good job of not just catering to like the people that know PBR and bull riding, right? They're also drawing all of these other industries into them by their creative marketing tactics and what they're doing and how they're branding. And I mean, look, you see guys like Theo Vaughn who went to a PBR bull riding. Like, he's not really into PBR, but it was attractive enough for him to come and check it out. He liked it. And so they're doing a lot of these cool things and kind of pushing the limits a little bit, I think, on marketing. And you're seeing people all around the world falling in love with PBR, which I think trickles down into normal rodeo events. But yeah, they're doing awesome. It's cool to see. It's cool to see them have their own little bar set up there, though.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very popular spot during the NFR, and then when PBR Teams Finals is out there too. Like, they're downtown, but I mean, there'll be people going to the South Point. You know, that's Cowboy Central anytime the Cowboys are in town.
No doubt. Yeah, it's the perfect spot for a little PBR bar right there, and yeah, definitely going to be a big hangout spot for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what's going on in our world with the fantasy deal. We've got 2 games that are on the horizon for us. One is open right now, and that's our Christmas in July game. So if you guys want to go and get yourself a team, if you want to hit us up and ask us questions, we can definitely help you with that. But, we obviously are involved with the fantasy stuff, and we've got a really cool grand prize for this game. If you want to play it, you could win a cool NFR experience where we give you 2 nights and 2 rooms at the Resorts World Hotel. You also will get 4 gold buckle seats, and I don't know if anybody's ever really looked into that, but one, they're almost impossible to find to buy, and then if you do want to buy them, you're going to spend north of 10,000 for 4 gold buckles if you buy them. So this is a very high value package. Plus, for the Rodeo Vegas watch party, one night you'll get VIP treatment in there and be in the VIP section, and then you also will be wearing your brand new leather Rodeo Vegas jackets because you'll get 4 of those to win as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's great prizes. I mean, there's nothing like this in the rodeo world as far as like fantasy rodeo goes. And so, this Christmas in July fantasy game kicks off. July 1st is when the entries close. They're open right now. If you're listening to this right now, we'll probably put it out before July 1st. But anyways, it's going on right now. It's $24.95 per team. You go in there. You've got salary caps. You can pick your teams, pick your players, and follow it all week. We got 4 weeks, 4 rounds, 15 rodeos. I mean, what do you want to do right here in the middle of Cowboy Christmas in July?
Yeah, this is the best way to watch rodeo because it keeps you engaged. You've heard people talking about horse racing and how like you don't really get interested in it, but you put $2 on the grade and now you're in. You're all in. That's what you want to happen. So it's kind of the same thing. It just makes you be invested in what you're watching on TV. And then we've also got another game that kind of works that same way, but it's totally free to play. It's called Rodeo Picks. The first one's coming up this Saturday, June the 27th for the finals at Reno. You'll still go to ProFantasyRodeo.com for that game as well, but you'll click on Rodeo Picks. And then the way that works is you'll just pick one person from each event that you think is going to win that round. If you have the most correct picks during that round, you'll win the prize. And we actually have a really sweet Yeti tumbler that says Rodeo Picks Champion on it. And then we also have a travel bag from SCS that says Champion. And you'll win that. But the killer thing about this game is if you get all of the events correct in that one performance, you win $10,000 perfect pick bonus for free, no entry fee whatsoever.
It's hard to not want to play that game. For free, you can win $10,000 if you get all the right picks. And I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible to make that. So
it's been done.
Yeah, it has been done for sure. And so there's no reason why it couldn't be you. I love playing these games. They're so much fun. Like you said, you're just so much more invested. Like we watch rodeo all the time, but when you've got a little bit of money put into this, you've picked your team, you've studied it. There's people that study it. There's people that that will call Jordan and talk about it or want to talk about it, or they'll listen and they'll watch, PFR Edge and they'll look at the insights and they'll pick their teams. Like these people love it. And if you've got a little bit of skin in the game, it's even more fun to watch rodeo.
Heck yeah. So if you want to know more about it, like we said, ProFantasyRodeo.com. You can find out everything you want there. Go follow us on all the social media channels too. So we've got everything out there. Barrett, my man, is taking care of our social. It's looking better than ever. I'm so glad. But I'm also glad that we've got this podcast going. This is going to be fun. This is not officially affiliated with any of the stuff at work. This is Barrett and my just a side project that we want to do. But if you guys want to hear anything specific or if you got any input on anything that we've got here, just message us. The Instagram for this is going to be the Rodeo Show Pod, and we'll hit you back on there. Both of us are on there. And any last words for this one, Barrett?
Man, this was a great one to get it kicked off. We've covered a lot of topics. We've set the groundwork. I mean, man, we're going to have a crazy Christmas in July. I'll be in Reno, so I'm excited for that, for the final night. But man, this is awesome. Good episode number 1. And we're going to be bringing it to you every week with new topics, new things to discuss. So like Jordan said, if you have anything that you feel like we ought to talk about or ought to know about, let us know. We'd love to chat about it. All things rodeo is where this show is.
Heck yeah, man. Let's rodeo.
All right, guys. We'll see ya.